Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Unity of Lost Cruces Hybrid Sunday Service. My name is Reverend Jennifer Kleitz, the spiritual leader. Reverend Helen is serving at Unity of El Paso this morning. So thank you all very, very much for being here on this last Sunday in July. And let us have an opening prayer. Let us take a deep breath in. God is. And exhale. I am. One more breath in. God is. Exhale. I am. As we sink into that spirit, that divinity that we are, be still and know that I am God. Mother, Father, God, great Spirit, great Creator, we are so grateful for our time this morning. Grateful, grateful for the beautiful sky, the clean air, the wonderful earth that is Mother Earth. And we are a piece and a part of every atom and cell, every bit of energy. We are a piece and a part of that. This morning we're grateful to be here, to join together, to listen to the words of Reverend Sandhi Scott and the beautiful music of Anna Maria and Barry Shaw. We're so grateful to be here and listen to that still small voice and enjoy each other's love. Enjoy the light that is ignited within us and is brought forth by our interaction with each other and our knowing that we are one. For this and so very, very much more, we do give thanks. Amen. I need my device. When I'm dog sitting, I'm a little discombobulated with my stuff. So I have to use my device for the invocation. And just one moment. Now, and our guest candle lighter this morning is, my apologies, Adelia. She's going to light our Christ candle for us. Thank you so much. The Invocation by Charles Fillmore. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase my mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation my world according to thy perfect law. Amen. And the spiritual reading this morning will be read by John Gatley.
Good to be here with you all this morning. This is Gately, by the way. Sure. So the title of this reading is, I Stand in Amazement at the Beauty of God. I can become so accustomed to the beauty and majesty of the world around me and within me that I may lose my capacity for amazement. Today I renew my wonder and appreciation for the miracles of life surrounding me. As I gaze upon the natural world's beauty, flowers in bloom and birds in flight, the orderly rhythms of sunrises and sunsets, tides and seasons in transition, reasons to be amazed abound. I am amazed at the miracle of my very life, the beat of my heart and the breath in my lungs. Perhaps most of all, I am humbly amazed by the awesome mystery of God, the source of every good thing, my constant comfort and inexhaustible strength, the love in my heart, and the truth of my life.
Yeah.
Amen.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. What a blessing to have those who would like to share themselves in sacred service and being part of the service. So thank you very much to the Gately family. We appreciate you so very much this morning. All right, and now, good news. We have good news. A tiny baby that fit inside mom's hand is home laughing after 181 days in the hospital. A first-time Pennsylvania mom who was told her baby wouldn't make it because he was born so small now says he's thriving at home following 181 days in the hospital. Zaylin was born when Kristen Risbin went into labor 16 weeks early. When I first held him, he could fit in my bra, said the 22-year-old from Altoona. Now only his foot fits in. He's a little fighter. The expecting mom and the young father, Janerio Reed, were over the moon when they found out they were expecting their first baby in August 2022. But she started bleeding after 23 weeks, 6 days, and suddenly was in intense pain. They said, "You're going to have this baby today. He's probably not going to make it," recalled Kristen. She was taken to a specialized neonatal intensive care unit at UPMC McGee-Wibbins Hospital by helicopter. They gave her steroids to help the baby's lungs, and the doctors were able to halt the birth for another 2 days until December 23rd, when he was born weighing 1 pound, 6 ounces. He was so tiny he fit in the palm of my hand. Finally, Zaylin was able to come home June 21st, 2023. It was unreal having him home and pretty insane, she said. "I can't believe how small he was. He's pretty funny now. He gives me the side eye. He smiles and laughs all the time. He's a miracle." Kristen is now studying to become a NICU nurse, inspired by the care they received. What a blessing. What a blessing. Do we have that funny thing?
We do.
I just thought this was great. Oh, I didn't give you the whole thing? Oh, okay. So this is half of the cartoon. So it's a dog and a cat, all right? And of course, God, right? And God asked the dog, "Were you a good dog?" And he says, "Yes, I'm loyal. I obeyed. I did what I was told." And then he asked the cat, "Were you a good cat?" And the cat's like, "You're sitting in my chair." I thought it was just great. It's so perfect, so perfect. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. You can just see it, right? Anybody who's had a cat, you can just see it. You're in my chair. Okay. So, and now moments of gratitude. At Unity of Las Cruces, we are so grateful for everyone who is a part of our community and family members, those who do sacred service. Our board of trustees, meeting monthly, doing work always, during Sundays, during the week, taking care of business, supporting the ministry team so that we can be of service to you. Jane Ray, who does our social media, so people know Unity of Las Cruces is here, and the wonderful works that we are doing and Unity Worldwide Ministries is doing. Spreading the good news on social media through the Daily Word and other inspirational writings. Dave Adey, who reads our Daily Word for us every Sunday. We are so grateful. With love and inspiration. those people who attend our events, our prayer services, and the metaphysical book study, and the Wednesday Zoom daily word. Thank you so much for being there. And our music, Barry Shaw and our special musicians who play for us on Sundays, and all the work Barry does to organize that and be here and add just that beautiful, beautiful piece that makes our Sunday so special. And our senior minister, Reverend Helen, who again this morning is at Unity of El Paso, being of service, being of service. And we're grateful for the Center for Spiritual Living, where we have our space to have our Sunday service and our meetings and our other events, that we have this place to be together. And Ken Warner puts it all together and makes it look great on the computer, and so that other people can join us who can't get to the building, and join us on Sundays and join us for our other events. We're so very, very grateful for this and so much more. Thank you all so much. Now it's time for the Daily Word with Dave 80.
Good morning, Unity friends. Our daily word for this Sunday, July 30th, is wonder. Our affirmation: I view my life through eyes of wonder. I feel inspired watching a young child discovering new things, eyes wide with awe and wonder. Even the smallest experiences, feeling the tickle of a butterfly on the skin or blowing the seeds of a dandelion, are a marvel and a joy. I think of this when disappointing life experiences chip away at my sense of awe and appreciation. Today, I let go of disillusionment and open my heart and my eyes to once again live in wonder. As I view life anew, I renew my belief in the goodness of life and of all people. I open myself to the unexpected treasures happening all around me each day. Wonder is a precious gift, one I use to appreciate the marvels unfolding before me. And from Scripture, Acts 3, verse 10, they were filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to them. And so it is. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dave. Our affirmation this morning. Are we going to do the spirit song first? Yeah. Yes, thank you. Spirit song. Yay! original song by Doug Adams.
Yes.
So grateful. If you'll speak our affirmation with me. I have faith that I am uplifted and upheld by the Christ mind. Nothing can disturb the calm peace of my soul. The peace of my soul, calmness. I am so excited this morning. We have back this morning our wonderful guest speaker, Reverend Sandhi Scott. Sandy and I have known each other for many, many years. I'm so grateful that she's able to share the Sunday experience with us, and we know that we will be very much inspired with light and love and wonder on her words. Reverend Sandhi Scott.
Good morning, everybody. I was greeting people beforehand. I barely got here on time. My dogs got out. Who let the dogs out? Okay, so I was delayed a little bit. It's an honor to be here this morning. It truly, truly is. I thank Reverend Helen and the board, the volunteers, everyone here this morning. It's a wonderful feeling with unity. It really is. There's a softness and a mysticism in unity that I really love. And when I was teaching in El Paso after I left CSL, we met in the Unity Church, and it felt so good there because of the consciousness. I have to stand still. I looked at one of my videos and I'm rocking. Stop it. Okay, so my name is Sandhi Scott. I was ordained in 1983 with Terry Cole Whitaker at the La Jolla Church of Religious Science, and I was with her for as long as until she quit abruptly, and we were all cast into the sea. It was a good thing. So I've been a minister for a long time, primarily a hospice chaplain, and death was my most severe and liberating teacher. So, and I'm loving my life here in Las Cruces. I'm in my 20th year, and I'm thrilled to know that Lisa is speaking at CSL service after this one. So if you want some more pearls of wisdom, she's a master in the Course in Miracles and quite a wonderful woman. And her son John used to be this high when I knew him. We had lots of kids then, and used to call him Superman. So, and I really am thrilled to see the family. I can't remember your last name, but John and Adalia and Killian and Maeve. And I feel sorry for the youngsters because this might bore you to tears. I'm so glad you're here. It's a girl dad. There's nothing like a girl dad, right? Yeah. Okay, well, this morning is about wonder. And, of course, do we have the handouts? Oh, not yet. Would you pass them out later? Thank you. Of course, we did it last minute. It's about wonder today and the beautiful reading in the daily word, especially when it said they were filled in wonder and amazement at what happened to him. Aren't you filled with wonder and amazement at what's happened to you so far? And I'm 78, and when a challenge comes, a boulder on the path, I just say, you've made it through a lot of drama and a lot of crap and a lot of wonderful things. You're going to make it through this too, so just shut up and dance. You know, that's one of my favorite bumper stickers, shut up and dance, because dancing sets me free. I don't know about you. I love the word wonder. I looked it up this morning. I love this little notebook. This is the real logo of Science Mind. So the definition it comes from the Old English of wundor, W-U-N-D-O-R, and it means marvelous thing, object of astonishment. And if you've seen Edwin Gaines here, has anyone seen Edwin Gaines? She's awesome. She's just a bolt of lightning. And she said, you know, when you walk in the room, everyone should go, oh! So then turn around, look at someone and go, oh! 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 Doesn't it make you feel good? It's like, oh my God, someone's glad to see me. Are you kidding? I have a few people in my life that I had to admit were jealous of me. And that, to me, is the most insidious thing in the world. Anyone that could want to live in this thing called Sandy is just plain nuts. But I've turned jealousy into envy. I got a ride home from a meeting in a bright orange Viper. Have you seen them? They're little sports cars. This vintage cougar riding in a Viper with this gorgeous young man. It was quite a thrill. So that's a wonder to me. God bless him that he has his dream car, not mine. But I'm using that to light the runway for my car. I am so ready for a car. So please include me in your affirmations and prayers. I would really appreciate that because I truly believe in the power. I just love melody so much. Boy, a long time. Reverend Janet, Melody, and I, a long time. Lots of loss, lots of joy, lots of music. You know, longtime friends are wonderful. How many people have a longtime friend? They're just amazing that they put up with me all those years. I wonder. Don't you wonder? And all week I've been saying, I wonder, I wonder. And I'm in wonder on my morning walk, every morning, every morning. I love walking in the old cemetery from Almendra to Espina. And then I walk barefoot in the grass under the trees on Espina. And then we go to Klein Park, and I walk barefoot in the grass under Miguel Silva's tree. And this morning, there was a yellow leaf. What does that mean? There is an autumn.
It's over.
This is a little yellow symbol that it's coming. You know, I love summer. I gave up complaining about weather 3 years ago, but I have to admit this year was a little rugged for me. My house isn't heated or cooled except one room, and it's been a challenge. It really has. But I love my house. It's an old crumbling adobe. It's funky and big yard. It meets my needs, and I got to walk to the service this morning, just a few blocks. That's heaven. I can walk everywhere except the grocery store. So I love life. Do you like living in Las Cruces? Sí. Viva Las Cruces. It's the best. I just really love it. Okay, so then I was thinking about the beauty that keeps me in wonder and awe. And I love Khalil Gibran, the prophet. I read it in the bathroom this morning. Okay, it says, beauty is not a need, but an ecstasy. It is not a mouth thirsting, nor an empty hand stretched forth, but rather a heart inflamed and a soul enchanted, right here in the land of enchantment. And then I put, someone talked about, I think it was Paramahansa Yogananda, said, we try to fill the God-shaped hole with things, with material objects, food, drink, gambling, sex. And I can be addicted to anything if I'm not careful. So it's a God-shaped hole, and only God can fill it. Good Lord. I have tried to fill it with just about everything I could think of, and nothing worked until I really realized that there's something within me beyond my hideous personality, who I call Greta. And to know that God is greater than anything, any person, place, thing, or condition, is so liberating, because I can breathe into it. Om, and out, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's do that a few times. Om, Shanti, 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 peace. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I love Eastern philosophy. I read just recently, I always study in the morning, and I read recently that one name for God would be Anama. Anama. Let's say that. Anama. It's sweet, isn't it? Anama. It means nameless. Because who can adequately describe God or spirit? I can't, thank God. We can't buy it, franchise it, and sell it. We can't compartmentalize it. It's just, for me, it's the isness of living. And it is a wonder. And of course I've been singing, well, I wonder, wonder who, ba-doo, oh, who wrote the book of love, and then we say, I did. Let's say that. I did. You're writing the book of love, because love is the answer. I was taught that our expression either comes from fear or love. And I put it out in the Facebook that said, am I going to choose the banquet or the battle today? Because between my ears can be a battle. You know, the judgmental, yada, 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 Greta, complaining. So I declare a DMZ between my ears and demilitarize my thinking, because it's silly and it's wasteful. And just with one thought, this is my false teeth whistling. I'm still not used to it. Just with one thought, I can regulate my frequency. I can up my frequency and be free of reaction, judgment, reruns, gathering negative evidence. I'd rather gather positive evidence, wouldn't you? I mean, there's one little apartment down the street from me. I counted 17 different kinds of plants, some flowering, even a ocotillo. Isn't that amazing that this woman put that much into a rental? Because mine looks like a rental. There's nothing. So, except I'm watering my trees now. So I fell in love with nature as a small child. I really didn't feel safe in my family. I really couldn't relate to them. And there was this silent, constant wishing Sandra was different, more like Donna, my perfect older sister. So that's a horrible thing to do with someone. And I think in marriage, it's a trap to want the person you're married to be different. They feel it, and it feels awful. And I did that to my former husband. I've made amends. We're still friends. We had a friendly marriage and a friendly divorce, and we have a friendly friendship. And he finally found the right woman in the gym where he is all the time. He's a national champion power lifter. And we're good friends. So you can do it. We can do it. Even if a friendship breaks down, we can still send friendly thoughts. Isn't that true? Like I've been ghosted by this one person. It can be maddening or liberating. It can be just, so what? We've been friends 68 years, since I was 10. So what? Is it relevant now? Probably not. We don't agree on anything except dogs. And we were cowgirls. We were tomboys in Green Valley, and that was the place where I was raised. This beautiful, deep valley over the hill from Napa Valley with orchards and vineyards and trees and wild animals and deer coming down in the evening. And I was enchanted with nature. And my first dog, family dog, was named Lassie, and she looked like her. My mother, and we had a white picket fence house because my mother was a romantic, and she watched Norma Shearer movies. I don't know if you've even heard of her, but she's an amazing old actress. If you want to see a great movie, watch The Women. It has Rosalind Russell and Norma Shearer, and it's black and white, and then all of a sudden there's a fashion show by Adrian, the guy that did all the jersey draping and the turbans, and all of a sudden there's a colorful, like in The Secret Garden, the original one. Isn't that a mind blower when the garden comes to life and it's colored? There's a secret garden on Court, and I keep forgetting to call the man to see if we can go back in, because it stays 70 degrees no matter what's going on, and it has a koi pond, and it has fountains everywhere, so those negative ions. Right here in Las Cruces, there's a secret garden. So the wonders of the world, I turned into the wonders of my world. And just for today, it's nature, dogs, trees, flowers, rocks, boulders, spiritual philosophies for affirmative living, sobriety, and of course, friendship. because I wasn't looking for friends. I had layered my heart with scar tissue with painful experiences. And I thought this wall was keeping me safe, but it was blocking love. Can you understand? That we think we're safe by avoiding, not getting vulnerable. That's why I love Brene Brown. And this morning, nothing was working. The hair, nothing was working. I go, the gift of imperfection, the gift of imperfection, you know? Because I tweaked this and I tweaked that, and then I was ready and the dogs were gone. It's like, you know, just, I don't know how Reverend Jen named Lupe. She went with Bodie. And they were just having a great time. I said, that's over, come on home. And she goes, I don't think so. So, yeah, The Gift of Imperfection is a great book. And if you Google Brene Brown TED Talk on vulnerability, it's awesome. It's awesome because she used to pay attention to the people that were glaring at her in the audience and critical and writing stuff about her. And then she started just reserving imaginary spaces for them right in the front row. And she quoted Teddy Roosevelt saying, I can't do the whole thing, but it's about, if you're not in the arena with me, you don't have any right to judge what I'm doing. You know, because if you're up here, if you're a leader, people that haven't made peace with their parents and their past, you have a target on your chest, and they want to bring you down. They don't know it, but they want to bring you down because they know they can do this, but they don't want to do what it takes to get here, which was a long and rugged road. I started a 12-step meeting in La Jolla, but I had to have permission to use the women's club. So these snobby La Jolla women were, like 4 of them were interviewing us, the people that wanted to hold a meeting in that beautiful building. She goes, well, what qualifies you to hold a meeting here? I said, a wretched and torrid past. Somehow they gave it to me. But then they wouldn't let a Jewish woman hold a Jewish ceremony, so I just said, never mind. I like being inclusive. That's why I like unity. It's very inclusive. And it's new thought. I mean, we're braided together, science of mind and unity and divine science. It's such a beautiful thing. Unity means unity. It lives unity. It teaches unity. It can set us free if we allow it to. Allow. So think a minute about your personal wonders. What are you in awe of? What just does that for you? A flower. You know, if you look around Las Cruces, a lot of people criticize it. And I said, you know, it's easy to criticize, but look at the wonder that's here. When I walk home, I walk towards the organs, and when I walk here, I walk towards Picacho Peak and the Robledos. I love saying that, the Robledos. And I call the Doña Ana's the Lady Mountains because they're soft and wavy, and I call the organs the Gentleman Mountains, and they're my friends. I mean, here we are embraced between the mountains and the Rio Grande, which I'm in wonder of. I just love it. Even when it's dry, I close my eyes and I'm on a beach, walking on the sand bed. So the gifts here are endless if we will notice, if we will get in a frequency. You know, my thoughts regulate infinite energy, Anama, the nameless, the source of all life, expresses through me, and my thoughts regulate the frequency on which I want to express and experience life. And if I decide this is my frequency for today, there's no need to be derailed. There's no need to go, what? There's no need for that. They're like, he didn't say that, did he? It's like, please just stay on your frequency and attract the law of attraction. That frequency attracts people on the same frequency. We rode in here on the same frequency, I believe. I think we came here because we like living our very best life. We like doing our best. We like being able to accept people. Accept. When there's a question in Facebook, like what makes a marriage work, I always say acceptance and not wanting the other to be different. because acceptance, it doesn't mean it's okay. It means I'm not going to contract around this anymore. I'm just going to go, I accept this as it is not. My teaching minister, Terry Cole Whitaker, used to do marriage ceremonies, and she'd say, do you love and accept Ron as your husband, just as he is and just as he is not? Isn't that cool, just to include the negative? Just include it, because I don't know about you, but I have a monkey mind that just wants to get in and just mess everything up. So the first wonder for meditation, when I started Science of Mind, I couldn't sit still. I had to walk 1.5 miles down the ocean and 1.5 miles down Mission Bay to settle down. So when meditation came up, I thought, that's impossible for me, because I'm very active and I have this monkey mind. So the book was recommended to me, The Only Dance There Is by Ram Dass. And it's ironic because he mentions this woman named Joyce Green, who became Majaya Bhagavati, who I met, and I went to her ashram twice. But Ram Dass is great because he has a great sense of humor. Have you listened to Ram Dass? You can Google him, and it's just crisp and fun. Even after his stroke, he kept giving the message. So it said, start with a candle, start with a flame. Would you pass those out? There are 2 little handouts. One is the Shema, which Jewish people begin and end the day with. The other one is the candle that I learned the interpretation from a rabbi in San Diego. And it was a class on the Kabbalah. And he gave this out. Well, I drew this one, but it's the flame. So you can just simply light a candle and look at the flame. And you might be able to see nefesh, ruach, neshama. I'm not sure I'm saying it right. But this is source, spirit. This is, I can't remember. What does it say on the handout?
Soul,
Breath and?
wisdom, light.
Okay, so wisdom, breath, spirit. And if you think that those are, the dark, the yellow, the red, and the sparks, this here is the nameless. So it's not the flame, it's what it represents. And it really settles me down. You can always, did everyone get one?
They're still coming around.
Okay. Are there more? Okay. So remember what a flame looks like. And next time you light a candle or even turn your gas stove on, you can see that there are 3 parts to it. And so the other handout is the, why don't I have my own handout? That's okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's nefesh, wisdom, this bright part here. Ruach, the middle, the soul, the breath. Neshama, spirit. So it is like science of mind, spirit, mind, and body. So there's so many teachings. Like in Hindu, it's BMI. It's body, mind, and intelligence. The 3 is everywhere, isn't it? It's a trinity. I used to pick up a milk stool in my church and say, it's 3-legged. If it's missing a leg, you're not going to milk the cow. So we need all 3 legs, spirit, mind, and body. And to be in balance is mindfulness, and that means right here, right now, all is well. Be here, wow. So you can use that if you have trouble meditating. It may help you. I do puja in the morning, which is a Hindu beginning of a spiritual time, and I ring a bell and I light the incense and a candle, and then I chant. And Reverend Jen gave me a Tibetan wheel. Have you seen the Tibetan wheels? I do that, and the Lama that I learned from, Lama Lanang, said that it's the chant Om Mani Padme Hum. In Tibetan, it's Om Mani Padme Hum. You know, the only dance there is, I read Om Mani Padme Hum with Ram Dass, but it's the prayer of compassion. The Dalai Lama depends on it, and so do I. Because in the morning I enter the cemetery and I bless everybody in there and those remembering them, and then I go Om Ah Hum. Nameless expression, heart. The heart in Tibetan is in the middle here. So let's do that. Om Ah Hum. Again. Om Ah Hum. Once more. Om Ah Hum. And then I bless the directions. I turn to the east and say, blessings for all creation to and from the east for the mind. And I turn to the south and blessings to and from the south for all creation for the body. And and the west is blessings for all creation to and from the west for the senses. And touch your face here. That's all 5 senses between your ears, all 5 of them. That's how you experience life. And what your thoughts think of what you're sensing is how you're going to experience it. So Ernest Holmes always said, change your thinking, change your life. So I bless, and it's blessings for all creation to and from the north for Ishvara. Ishvara is the Hindu name for the ruling presence within. And I want Ishvara to rule me. I don't want Greta to rule me. I want a greater mind to think through me than Greta mind. Growling Greta. But I've made friends with her. I love her now. I have to send her for a nap sometimes. But okay, so then the Shema is ancient, ancient, ancient. It's also in the New Testament, in Matthew and Mark. And it goes like this. Shema, O Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Isn't that beautiful? And then down here I put, Man is the Candle of the Lord by Ernest Holmes. So maybe this could help center you or not, and if you don't like it, pass it to somebody. Anything I say up here is just my interpretation, and it doesn't have to mean a thing. I just hope you can feel my dedication to offering something this morning for your consideration, for your own interpretation. So I encourage you to take a moment with it, maybe light a candle when you get home. Dollar Tree has 125 candles. And you can even get the little tea lights. So let's join in spirit, in Anama. Let's join in consciousness. Let's choose a frequency that will sail us effortlessly through the day. And just think for a moment, what do I wonder about, and what causes wonder in me? How can I use these symbols of what I so love to keep me on the frequency of love and light, for the law of attraction right here, right now? I'm writing the book of love. I'm living my life. And if I let life live through me, all is well, all is well, all is well. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. You guys look great, by the way. Everybody is letting their lights shine today. It's amazing. Sometimes you know they're not that way.
Thank you, Reverend Sandy. Thank you so very, very much. And now our special music this morning, Anna Maria Rosales.
I had another song prepared, but because of what we had just heard, I changed my mind. A little rain has to fall by and by. All on the road, I heard you call. Little rain has to fall. Now the flood is come and gone. Still the pain lingers on. See the sun as a new day dawns. Now the flood is come and gone. Summer storm passing by. Summer storm. The howling wind surely knows the raging moon will always glow. Hearts will heal, but time moves slow. The howling wind surely knows. Summer storm passing by. Summer storm, safe and warm, home and dry. Summer storm. When the sky turns to blue, peace will come, me and you, hand in hand, through and through. When the sky turns to blue, summer storm passing by. Summer storm, safe and warm, home and dry. Summer storm, a little rain has to fall by and by, all in all.
Thank you, Anna Maria. How beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Now we will say together our prayer of faith. God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of this day. I now am wise, I now am true, patient, kind, and loving too. All things I am, can do, and be through Christ the truth that is in me. God is my help, can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing, quick. God is my all, I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. Thank you. Thank you. And our tithe recipient this week is Unity of Central Oregon and Reverend Jane Hyatt. So let us say together our prosperity affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. of this and so very, very much more. We give thanks. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and now, announcements?
Yes.
Announcements. Oh, look. August. So, we're back to our lineup. Reverend Jennifer, Reverend Helen, Reverend Jennifer, Reverend Helen. Yay! Yes, yes, yes. And wonderful special music in August. That's our weekly overview. Our metaphysical book study, Healing Secrets of the Ages, continues. We're really having a good time through it. I'm finding a lot of affirmations in there as we read through it. It's terrific. And I got a email from Mark Hicks this morning from Truth Unity, and he was talking about Thomas Aquinas had a discussion about the 12 powers. So I emailed that out to the folks who were in the metaphysical book study. And we have more books, and drop in for a week, 2, the rest of the time, just come on in. So we finished faith, right? We're moving on to strength. Okay. And the daily word with Reverend Helen and myself on Wednesdays. Come on in. On Zoom, we read the daily word and discuss it for 30 minutes, and it's very, very uplifting, very uplifting. The Wednesday prayer circle, facilitated by our prayer chaplain, Kathy Stice, at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. If you want to connect and pray with us, or if you are in need of prayer, please join us. Send an email. We'll include you. It's another wonderful experience for the midweek. And our last Friday we had the introduction to prosperity. So the second Friday in August will be the Power of Prosperity Principles. This coming Friday, August 4th, will be at the Grief Support Group. So if you would like to join us, there's no agenda. We just see who shows up, who's in need, and have discussion. And yes, Friday, August 4th, Arlene Tugel, one of our community, she's having a reception for her exhibit that's at Moss Art Gallery. So if you can go down there on Friday, what time does the 4 to 7. Thank you. 4 to 7. Thank you so much. And support Arlene, her beautiful artwork. That's all? That's all. Okay. So earlier today, Ken was saying he thinks we need to have a Hawaiian shirt Sunday. So I'm going to talk with Reverend Helen, so just watch out. That might be coming. I don't think we're going to go with the pajamas and house shoes thing anytime. However, we will put that on the list. He said we're supposed to do it in July, but we ran out of time. So now if you'll join us for sing our prayer for protection and our peace song.